Today, I am sharing my Supermom cheat sheet. First of all, let's keep it real. Being a supermom, aren't we all kind of supermoms? I mean, we work hard, you take care of your kids, you try to keep your whole family in order and do it all. Some of us don't do it as well as others. Some of us do. It just depends on who you are. And there's certain areas that you may have mastered. So today, the areas that I have mastered. It is by no means everything. I wish it were. But if there's something that I don't cover here that you have a tip for, or if you have a way that you do it that you think is better, please do share it in the comments below. And then all the moms and dads can feed off of each other, and guardians too, right? And grandparents, anyone that's running a household. We can feed off of each other and learn tips from each other. Now, let's dive in. Tip number 1. Your laundry. I do have some videos on how to conquer your laundry, and I feel like I have that one kind of down pat. My Achilles heel is the folding. Sometimes it's like I call it Mount St. Laundry. But one of the ways that I do keep my laundry under control for my family is I do like to wash at least one load every day, and then I like to fold it as it comes out so I don't have a big pile of laundry. One load a day, that's tip number 1. If you do want all of my other laundry tips, and they're good ones, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna link the videos on how to conquer your laundry below. Please do check those out once this is done. But first, let's get to tip number 2, to exercise. Now, it is hard to find time to exercise, I'm not gonna lie, but if you can squeeze in 30 minutes, at the very least 3 days a week, I promise it'll change your life. You'll feel better, not just physically, but you'll feel better mentally too. Tip number 3, eat well, relatively well. It's kind of hard if you have kids around because there's kid food, right? But if you aim to pair a fruit or a vegetable every time you eat, with no matter what it is, you're inevitably going to get in those fruits and vegetables that you need every day. So anytime you go to grab something to eat, grab a fruit, grab a veggie, so you can knock out all those nutrients. Tip number 4 is treat yourself. When I say treat yourself, I don't mean a shopping spree. Well, you could go on a shopping spree if you really want to, but I don't mean anything too extravagant. What I mean when I say treat yourself is to make sure that you're prioritizing things that you love. For me, sometimes it's buying fresh flowers at the store. It might be a face mask at the end of the day. It might be a manicure and a pedicure. It doesn't have to be something expensive. It doesn't have to be a lot, but make sure you're doing things for yourself in the midst of taking care of everyone else. Tip number 5, make that bed, whether it's you or whether it's your spouse, and even teach your kids to do it. Get that bed made. It is the foundation of your room. It's the foundation of your day. It's how you start your day. It's how you end your day. And when your bed is made, it just seems to make everything better. Make your bed. Here's another tip for you. This one is actually from Sam from Happily a Housewife. I started doing this and it made such a difference on my weekends. Try to knock out some of the things on your cleaning list during the week. Sometimes your weekends will disappear because you're spending even just a few hours cleaning. If you can knock out something that needs to be cleaned during the week, I promise it'll make such a big difference on your weekend. I've been aiming to try to get the bathroom cleaned or get the kitchen floor swept and scrubbed. I try to do that, or mopped, whatever you want to do, but I'm trying to do some of those things on the weekdays so my weekends aren't consumed with cleaning, because boy do we love our weekends. Lately they've just been slower, they've been quieter, and it's just nice to not have to fill a weekend with cleaning. This one is an absolute game changer for me. Keep a to-do list. I have a to-do list that I make on the weekends. I have one for during the week. That thing is like it's Bambi's Bible, more or less. It is everything that I have to get done, and I get an obscene amount of satisfaction by crossing things off of my to-do list. It's probably a little obnoxious, but it's the way I get things done, and it works for me. If you haven't tried that yet, give it a shot. Keep a to-do list and see how much you can accomplish. Here's another one for you, and we don't do this enough, I think, as parents, is to get help. It's okay to say to someone in your family, hey, can you fold that laundry, if they're not already doing it anyway. They probably should. But it's okay to ask for help or to say, hey, we all live here. It's okay if we all make sure the house is clean. So make sure you're not taking on all the duties of your household yourself. Make sure that there's a family effort in what it takes to keep your household running smoothly. If that's doling out chores, then make sure that's what you do. But it is okay for everyone to pitch in to keep your home in order. This is one of my favorite ones, and it has changed my life. Grocery delivery. We live in Washington, D.C., and grocery delivery, anything really, we can have pretty much anything delivered to our home, and I love it. So I've been using a few different grocery delivery services, and it's convenient, and I'm telling you, I get back, it has to be at least 5 or 6 hours a week, and I need those 5 or 6 hours. By not going to the grocery store and having things delivered, I'm getting a little chunk of my life back that I can use to do other things like go for a walk, like I previously mentioned, or do some of that self-care, treating yourself, or maybe get a little bit of sleep, right? I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, grocery delivery has changed my life. If you haven't done it, just give it a shot. I bet you're gonna love it. This one I don't do as often as I should, and I'm gonna continue to make the effort to do this one more, but that is to meal prep. When you take the time to cut up some vegetables on the weekend and then you have them ready to go during the week, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. I have some pictures on my Instagram of sweet potatoes that I peeled and cubed over the weekend. Different, zucchini cut up perhaps. Maybe you're washing your grapes ahead of time. Whatever it is you're doing, if you can knock that out before the week begins, it makes a huge difference. So meal prepping, if you can do it, I highly encourage. Even if it's something as simple as getting the bacon pre-cooked for breakfast, or like I said, getting your vegetables chopped up. That's kind of a big one because who feels like chopping up vegetables all the time, right? I know some people enjoy it, but when time is of the essence, it's not fun to sit there and cut stuff up. So if you can get some of your vegetables cut up or the meat marinating ahead of time, make sure you do that. Another Supermom tip, meal plan. When you have your meals planned in advance, there's no discussion, there's no question about what's for dinner, and it's so lovely not to even think about it. And then you won't be running out to get takeout, or you won't be saying, I don't know what everyone's gonna eat. It won't be a hodgepodge. I've done that on more occasions than I care to admit, but during those weeks when we have our meals planned out, life at dinner time is lovely. And here is one last tip, sleep. I'm not gonna lie, I'm working on that one. But during those times when I do get enough sleep, life is grand. If you can make sure you get enough sleep, the benefits are many. I'll let you research that on your own, but sleep is a game changer. I'm still working on it, but one of these days, try to prioritize sleep, and I'm gonna work on that as well. I hope you enjoyed these tips. I hope you can find some of them useful. Do share your super mom or super dad or super parent or super guardian tips below so we can all relish in our productivity and getting it all done for ourselves and for our families. Thanks for checking in with me today. I'll see you next time.